So when it comes to matches, I've actually been surprised have never been done here. No one has actually done the Predator versus the Morwen. Like, really? Like, am I really about to be the first to do this? Like, shoot, I feel honored. So today we're going to be putting Outlander's extraterrestrial apex predator against the feral predator from the movie Prey. And considering we are going to get another Prey movie, I actually hope that we get a more unique version of a predator. As a matter of fact, I hope we actually get to see a female predator on the big screen. So that should actually be far more exciting, to be honest here. So what is the Morwen? How strong is it? How devastating is it? And how intelligent is it? Right? So, matter of fact, before I begin that, we're going to be putting this on Isla Sorna. Full dinosaur population. Both of these predators will have, or both of these aliens, excuse me, have spent a year on this island. Alright? However, they get taken out. Okay? And then the dinosaur population is allowed to grow right back. And then they're thrown right back in again. So, they've all spent a year on this island. They know the layout of it, where to go, where not to go, or where all the predators and other carnivores are. And again, full dino population. So, we have basically everything we need on this island, right? And, yeah, I think that kind of covers it. Let's get into the Morwen. Now, the Morwen is a bioluminescent apex predator of an unknown alien world that was wronged. You see, these predators were just minding their own business, going through their daily lives. However, due to the threat of their sheer size and ferocity, and pretty much their, general nature in general, Kanan, the main character of Outlander's superiors, decided to genocide the whole species. And, well, our Morwen is a survivor of this mass genocide after being able to make it, after the first wave, mind you, to a cave where it hid underground. Now, keep in mind, the Morwen is actually pretty durable, actually able to take this kind of explosion, which, believe it or not, would yield building destruction or building level destructive capabilities here. And keep in mind that these were Vikings, some of the most vicious and brutal warriors of all time, so they didn't hold back in this at all. They were legit trying to obviously kill this creature, right? And this was a trap, meaning they were prepared for it. However, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit for y'all. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, came out there pissed. Just look at it, throws the fire off. Like, get out my eyes, please. Like, hold on. I need to get this fire out of my eyes before I kill everybody. And then proceeded to wipe out the entire village so bad that they had to consider moving, flat out leaving their own home country. All right, and that's how bad this Morwen was doing them throughout this entire movie. And keep in mind, right, none of the weapons they had were able to affect them. We're talking medieval hammers, axes, swords, bows and arrows, spears, all that. All that stuff would break on impact against its skin, right? So what they had to do was go and get the metal from an alien ship, mind you, craft it into a sword in order to kill this thing. And here's the thing, right? They crafted 7 swords. I think in total there were 7 swords that were crafted from this alien metal. And the Morwen proceeded to wipe out at least 6 of those men who had that same exact sword. And they couldn't, like, they couldn't even handle its baby. So, you mean to tell me these creatures are so vastly skilled and vastly intelligent that they're able to pick apart highly trained and very experienced warriors led by Kanan, who knows the creature, and they still didn't land a hit until the very, very end of this movie. Again, I'm going to flat out say it. The creature should have won. It is what it is here. The Morwen also has its whip-like tail with its blades and stuff, being able to slice heads off and stuff. Clearly, I'm not going to show that because I'm not sure if YouTube's going to, like, hit my video with a guide strike or a sensory or something like that, but whatever. And again, the thing about it is the Morwen itself is also highly intelligent. Like, It understood what was going on, understood that when the soldiers left, it could pick apart a village, by the way, that was made of the same metal that would go on to kill it, and its claws were able to rip through that metal as well as its tail. And the funny thing about it is, it knows when it's being hunted, and it could set traps of its own. So this creature is one of the most dangerous in fiction, to be kind of honest with you. But yeah, it's a very intelligent, highly capable killing machine. But again, remember, it's the victim of its movie. But we now go into the main villain of his, the Predator, or the Feral Predator. Now, the Feral Predator was likely a member of the Lost, I think it was the Lost Tribe clan, where they have many different, like, amalgamations of other predators joining their clan here. And believe it or not, this may be the sheer fact that he's a young blood here. And this is because he likes to do things kind of out of the ordinary when it comes to a predator, but again, he does prove himself to be a viable threat. For starters, he's been able to knock out a bear with one punch, manhandle fully grown men with ease. He's actually been able to kill warriors, okay, these Native American warriors, by the way, and he's been able to basically just beat anything he comes across. So yeah, he's very capable. Plus, he has all these gadgets. He's got a throwable blade here, which can, again, slice people in half. He's got a shield, which can cut people and trees in half, which, again, will put him at the building level, again, with his gadgets. He also has a plasma caster of some sort. He has, again, that shield and his signature wrist blades. I'm not sure he has throwing discs, as I don't think I've seen it in the movie. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't seem to have a self-destruct bomb either, but he does have a biomask. He also seems very capable of hunting, but because if he does have a plasma caster, this does mean he has been able to at least kill a xenomorph. Now, he does have a cloaker. Now, again, keep in mind this is cloaking, not invisibility. And this is till to the point where animals with highly adapted senses and, well, know their environment pretty well can still see him. Like, this dude was getting bitten up by a wolf. And in all honesty, he does get tagged a lot in his movies, even by people he shouldn't, like the main character's brother, where he was able to just, like, land. Dude was straight up boxing him. And this is because, again, he is a younger predator. This is likely when the technology wasn't as advanced as when we see them, well, I can't say now, but I guess in more advanced media like Alien vs. Predator, Requiem, or regular Alien vs. Predator. So, yeah, them being able to, cloak is very different back then than it is in, I guess, more modern times. So, with that being said here, by the way, this is a Sunken World Chronosaurus, or Pliosaur, excuse me, which will be coming soon, apparently. Yeah, let's actually talk about this here. Now, I forgot to mention this earlier, but the Morrowind can actually swim. And I mean, like, fluently swim. Like, if you watch the movie, the baby and the adult can both swim very, very well. Like, they swim pretty similar to an otter almost, which is actually pretty scary when you think about it, because otters are some of the most aerodynamic swimmers in the animal kingdom, and the sheer fact that the Morrowind is already physically stronger than the Predator, because again, I do think it has a much higher, it is definitely more durable. I definitely gotta say that, while the Predator mainly kind of gets by because of his gadgets and stuff, Now, the problem with this is on the jungles of Isla Sorna, where both would be pretty much adapted to at this point here, the Morrowind has a lot more ambush options than the Predator does. You see, I kind of see the Morrowind kind of staying to the water. I do. With both of these predators knowing that the other one can hunt the other at this point, and both knowing that they've all experienced the island for a year here, yeah, this depends on when the Morrowind decides to come out. It doesn't depend on the Feral Predator, because the problem is the Feral Predator really doesn't show too much coordination and planning, while the Morrowind does. And in all honesty, I could see this going like a Deinosuchus ambush or some sort. I actually do see it, where the Predator is actually tracking down the Morrowind's footprints, and I actually see the Morrowind realizing it's being hunted after a while, kind of taken to the water, or at least trying to run across the water, and just sinking in. The Predator comes along after, tracking down the Morrowind, and gets got, like, pretty quickly too. And keep in mind, the cloaking won't help it as well, because again, any animal with a highly keen senses, any highly keen senses here are able to tag them. Bears, wolves, I don't think the Morrowind would be any different. I mean, yeah, it's hunting humans, but again, what's the actual difference, right? Well, I mean, they're both killing humans and animals alike. Again, the Morrowind also has its bladed-like tail and its bioluminescent glow, which it can use to lure the Predator into a trap of its own if it wanted to. Not saying like it's going to make a whole man-made trap here, but the thing is, if a bear can manhandle the Predator, and the Morrowind is basically way more dominant than the bear, let's be real here, it would probably one-shot and eat the bear, in all honesty. Definitely might have to make a video about that. How would y'all feel about a survival video about the Morrowind in modern times, How would humans actually react to it? Where would it actually survive? Where would it fit in on certain food chains here? But, yeah, in all honesty, the Morrowind takes this, I would say, mid difficulty. It's smarter, it's craftier, it's more willing to deploy tactics, while the Feral Predator seems to just kind of rush in all crazy and stuff and just hopes that everything works. But that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share it with your friends, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. All right? Peace.